A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Shooting the... Well. Welcome back to Shooting the Poodoo. I'm back this week, back with my awesome crew. We've got Mike.
Hi, I'm back.
We've got Claire.
Hi, I'm Claire.
And special guest, Rob from YouTube.
Yo.
What is it, Creative Eye?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Creative Eye on YouTube. Check it out. Welcome, Rob. How you been?
Hey, man, I'm chilling. Taking in all the greatness of the movies that's been coming out lately, and Xbox games and PlayStation games, and just all in all goodness coming.
Yes.
Yeah, Mike. Apparently, you have a just real quick
what?
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I saw the driving game, and I instantly thought of you and your setup. But you got to see the Transformers, Rob. You too.
I went last night. I actually went to go see it in IMAX.
Oh,
that must have been nice.
Yeah,
I feel like that's how you got to get it done.
Yeah, for that one, like I haven't done IMAX lately, but for that particular movie, I said, you know what, let's go check out IMAX, and it was, yeah.
Do we have official IMAX theaters? Like, isn't there supposedly only
King of Prussia has one?
It's King of Prussia when we went. Yeah,
it's the real deal.
Yeah, the real deal. Yeah. We went to the one in King of Prussia.
Okay, well, that's good to know because I did not know that was the one of them was actually in our state. So that's awesome.
So check it out. They have, because we were going to go to this particular one first. They had a 4DX there.
Oh yeah, those are nice too.
Yeah, so when you watch the movie, your chair moves and wind blows in your face.
Bananas. I've never done that. And that's
I like the AMC Dolby joint.
Right.
People getting
AMC
car
Dolby
sick.
joints like that. The chair.
Yeah.
I saw the Batman that way. I was just like,
yeah.
It's like, what's his face? Danny DeVito in his little Batman car. Remember? He's like
got
everything going on, like he's really driving a car and shit.
The only reason why the only reason why we didn't do 4DX is because we didn't want to be moving around with a popcorn flying all over the place.
Sure.
I could imagine someone get like actually car sick, like watching like a chase scene or something. They do like a first
Transformers
thing
like
going on.
fighting each other. Yeah.
Dude, I remember at the Franklin Mills Mall. Remember they had that? Franklin Mills Institute.
Franklin Institute,
not Mills.
Yep.
Franklin Institute.
Yeah. Franklin Institute. Yeah.
They had that like spherical theater, right? And they did this thing where you fly over Philly. I got sick. I was like a little kid that actually made me sick.
Yeah.
Fun fact: I was there. I went to a pajama party there as a kid and saw Batman Returns on there. So I saw like one of the first IMAX movies.
Oh wow! Okay.
So,
Mike's like humble bragging. Like,
it's whatever though. It's whatever. It's fine.
No big deal.
No big deal.
I'm just saying, right now, I went to go see Spider-Verse today.
Okay.
Oh, you did? Nice.
Yeah, because my movie theater, which is just down the street, closed down during COVID, RIP. But it has been resurrected like a phoenix from the ashes.
Nice. Oh, cool. Awesome.
And now it contains what is literally the largest screen in the Midwest.
Oh, sick.
Wow.
I don't know what it's not IMAX.
Right now.
It's enormous. And I did not see Spider-Verse on that because they did not have it on that. But
that's a waste.
You better believe once that Indiana Jones rolls around, once that
for sure.
rolls around. Come on now.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Who didn't see Transformers? Okay. So I know about spoilers. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you spoiler free, spoiled some for me. I didn't care, but for people out there, I usually like to give like week,
for sure.
You know, let everybody soak it in.
Yeah.
But Mike straight up just didn't say anything when he was like, "Did you see it?" And I asked him if he did, and then he just went silent with his eyes just bugging out.
Yeah, I got real close.
He just kept getting closer, and I'm just like, I guess that's a good thing. Everyone's gonna be pleased because I know there's like a group of people who didn't really care for the Bayformers movie.
Chris. They say Bayformers no more.
Right.
Well,
it's
yeah.
not. It's not that anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you've got the people who, love them. And I know one Boop's husband, John, he is on Nerd Herder Cast. Big fan of the Bayformer films, and him of Chris has definitely clashed over it.
That's
but it's all in love. But see,
there is people like some people in my family actually like the Transformers Bay versions.
Okay,
and but they tend to be younger.
Sure.
Right. And look, and let me just say, like,
they had toys.
when I saw the first one, I didn't like hate it. I was just like,
me neither. Yeah,
I like the first
they
one.
don't look like Transformers.
Visually, I didn't hate it either. I didn't hate it either. I just thought I think I was just looking for something different. I think that's what it was.
Only saw the first one.
And also, it's coming for me is I'm not somebody that ever grew up with like the Transformers toys. I never like did it. I never was into it. So I saw that first one, like, yeah, that was a pretty cool action movie.
Right. I will tell you. I will tell you this: as far as those were concerned, I still thought they looked good. I thought they really still looked good, as far as the effects and everything. I thought that was awesome.
Like sometimes,
yeah.
Like the way he did it, it was like you couldn't believe he was actually going to put Transformers in live action. Like when it was coming out, you were just like, "What is happening?" And like the way he did the noise and how quickly the camera would. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of new for what we were getting. Like he really
but you better believe that fell off real quick. I lost interest real fast after those movies kept coming.
It was just like those moments where like a car would be jumping over somebody and transforming at the same time, happened at least 20 times in all the movies.
Yeah. It got old. It got old real quick.
Yes. And remember, like one was like an hour and a half, and two was like 2.5 hours. And they were like, "What are you doing?"
It didn't have to be that.
Are you showing his parents getting high on campus? Like, what's
and why so much slow motion? So much.
It's so funny that you say that because you just like reminded me of something. Isn't the third one like 8 years long as well? Isn't the third one?
All long?
Yeah. So I saw the first two and I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm not like super committed to this. Transformers wasn't my thing growing up, but nostalgia, that's cool. I got taken. Somebody was like, will you see this with me? I'm like, sure, I'll go to a movie. So the third one. And the film melted. At our theater about an hour and 15 minutes in. But I was an hour 15 in, and literally they're like, so we're gonna refund your tickets.
You Michael Bay is like, you
like,
literally
I'm not gonna wait around to the next goddamn screening to be here for 3 more
That's like
that's crazy.
Quick story that happened to me.
Yeah. It was weird. It was like, why did this flicker and then the movie stopped going?
I would love
that happened to
be
me too. Like that. Quick story. Like I went to see Ang Lee's Hulk in the theater. And that movie is like long and it's like 45 minutes of like nothing but people. And he's literally transforming into the Hulk and somebody pulls the fire plug. And I was just like,
oh,
what?
No.
Oh, man. Wow.
Like he's in the lab, like he's growing greener. We're like, okay, here we go. It's for the preview. I'm just like,
wow.
Is this one of the Bayformer ones?
No, I'm talking about when I went to see Hulk, like Ang Lee's Hulk movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
with superhero movies that were out here trying. They were
when they were trying to do real life comic book panels.
With Banner,
don't laugh at them.
Space, with my favorite guy, Bana.
Yeah, Eric Bana.
Oh,
yep.
God.
I liked him. He's a good actor too.
He's a great actor.
He's a great actor.
And he's a great director. It just didn't work.
Yeah, it just didn't work on that one.
It worked in the first Star Trek movie.
Yes, that was good.
Awesome. Don't say that to my dad. He'll give you a laundry list of reasons he didn't like it. Mister,
I consider myself a little bit of the old school Trekkie, but I really liked that version. I thought they did a good job.
Well, that's because J.J. Abrams didn't know he was doing Star Wars yet, so he was like, "I'm making a Star Trek movie."
Right.
Yeah,
but. I'm really excited. I showed Ethan last night the episode from the original Star Trek series where Khan is introduced.
Shit.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
And because he's never seen any of those movies, he's never seen Wrath of Khan.
Oh my God!
So literally, I'm like, we have to show you this episode so I can show you Wrath of Khan.
Yeah. Yep. I remember that. I remember the TV episode too where he was introduced.
Ricardo Montalban.
Ricardo Montalban.
Oh. And his incredibly low-cut shirts and his
right. right. And he kept in shape all those years.
Yeah.
You know, he was old in shape too.
Yeah, 20 years later, we're at the con. My guy looks real good.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, he was doing his thing.
Words of people's ears. What a guy.
What a guy.
Look at this comment right here. This is one of the bravest men on the planet. God bless you, sir.
Fair.
Yeah. I remember
I had
you took 5 little
men. That's granddad metal right there.
That's right.
I had grown men laugh at me when I went to see Powerpuff Girls in theaters who tore my tickets. They tore my tickets and laughed in my face.
Wow.
When I went to see Powerpuff Girls, it doesn't matter. They worked in a movie theater. I win.
Fair.
Who cares? Their life's miserable. All right.
Back to Transformers real quick.
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about.
I know. Don't worry, guys. It's all right here. It's all right here. I let everybody go off and talk about it for a little bit, and then we go right back to what we're. So this was a continuation of one of my favorite Transformers movies, which I feel like got a lot didn't do as well because of
100%
Bayformers. Was Bumblebee.
For sure.
Where we got like precision, like from cartoon or comic book to freaking real life Transformers. They looked so much better in my opinion. And dude, it was in the 80s and that movie fucking rocked. It was dope. And when it came out in 2018? Yeah, and that's,
I think,
I swear to God, I was like,
it was perfect. It was Herbie the Love Bug.
This.
Right. And this one,
which is great. So
and this one is taking place in the 90s.
Yes, it is a sequel to Bumblebee. Yes.
Yep. And
Transformers is gone because they already had a Unicron.
And
he was like some fart gas thing.
So wait, so Bumblebee was set when in the 80s? What year? 80, like 80,
like 80, like in the 80s, like mid 80s, I think.
Mid 80s,
like the mid 80s or something like that.
We're definitely a few years down the road in 94. And Michael, you're telling me there's like nothing but hip hop in this whole
100%.
Oh my God. Yo, they put those in such perfect spots, man. Oh my God.
There are like 5 to 6 major hip hop songs.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
And like Transformer scene.
Yeah, and it's the right ones for some reason.
100%.
The right ones for some reason. They picked the perfect ones.
I'm like, why is this happening to me? Like, I thought I was like drinking. Like, I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Am I making this up?
Yo, let me tell you something.
So is there is there any Woo
this year?
Huh?
You lost. What's his name? I'm sorry. What was that?
Does any Wu-Tang drop in there?
Yes.
It opens with fucking.
It opens with Wu-Tang.
It opens.
Set the tone. You've got to set that tone correctly.
It opens with Wu-Tang.
I'm gonna go to a Wu-Tang flag in his room. You're fired.
Oh yes. A poster of the Wu-Tang.
While he's hacking his cable box to watch Juice. God damn it. Watch this movie.
Everybody. You can't get any better promotion than this right here. All right, Mike, you're getting close to spoilers, but it's okay. This is good promotional material.
I'm excited. We'll go see it. I'm excited to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
And they're smart. The people aren't annoying, and they're smart.
Yes, I will say that they're not stupid and dumb and idiotic, and it's not overcome with people like
you've come a long way from Sam Witwicky and Cade Yeager. I tell you that much.
They didn't take up the whole movie.
They were like, write this down, Cade Yeager. They were like,
that's good though. That's good. I'm glad that when I saw the seriously, when this Transformers trailer came out, I saw it. I literally was thinking Bay, and I'm like, aren't you done, man? Like, come on, like we're done now. And then I heard it was a continuation of Bumblebee, so I'm like, all right, I'm down. But now it's like, this sounds good, man.
Well, Maximals are my Transformers.
Well, that's
my show at my age, because Transformers to me were reruns.
What do they call it again?
Came out the year I was born.
The Maximals.
The Maximals. Okay,
right.
Yeah. I remember the cartoon. It comes
from the store. The show Transformers Beast Wars.
Yeah, so I remember Beast Wars. I remember watching that as a kid, and so that's what got me totally interested.
Yeah, and they picked like the right ones because a lot of them are silly.
Right?
Like
yeah.
Trap and Dinobot.
I'm just trying to think of what
Dinobot
song is.
Guys, why do we got a Dinobot when the entire Power Rangers franchise already exists?
Okay. Right, exactly.
Has already been done.
Exactly.
Dinobot.
It can't be, the first song can't be Bring the Ruckus. Is it from 36 Chambers?
He's on this.
Yes, it is.
Hold on. I'm trying to think.
Dan will not be able to mentally figure it out.
I feel like Bring the Ruckus is a little too much for
we're not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to be surprised.
All
right, fine. Fine.
I will say, yeah. So I will say this: there is near the end an Easter egg and a mid-credit scene. Or kind of like a mid-credit. Yeah, like an Easter egg at the end.
Easter egg? It's not an Easter egg, Rob.
Well, you know.
That's the future.
Stop for a second. Hold on.
Yeah.
We've got a mystery hacker here. Let me just explain really quick. So I was making this StreamYard very last minute. I've been in Houston all week. Got off the plane yesterday full of Xanax and alcohol, and I slipped into a freaking coma when I got home. And I've been asleep all day, like yesterday, and pretty much most of this morning. So, like, my brain has finally like exited that cloud. And I was making this, and I was going to send it to you guys, but I accidentally sent it to the Quick Shot crew because you guys are the Poodoo crew. And I sent this to the Quick Shot crew, which is all of the great people that do the quick shots of Broaxium, which you should check out on our YouTube.
Yes, check them out.
These are our private chats
because I did not see it in both chats.
So anyway, all of the Quick Shot crew people now have access, and here's one of them, Rick.
Hey!
Rick has decided to crash. Rick, did you watch Transformers? Or doing non-spoiler reviews?
Happy birthday, Roke. I know it was last week, but I missed it.
Thank you, brother.
I know. I missed it too because of the same reason, actually.
No. Dan, no. This is not your turn to apologize. This is my turn to apologize. You had your chance. You've been talking about Transformers and this whole damn time. You've had your chance to sing happy birthday in robot form. It's my turn.
He's right.
With your Corona.
Oh, hey.
You think you are like some kind of Mexican. You ain't Mexican.
Drinking this cerveza in front of that. No lime at all.
Very close.
Fucking get him, Rick.
No lime. No lime. No sunglasses on. You're fired.
There's no lime in here. Anyway.
Did you wear the flip-flops?
It ain't dusty enough for a lime. What you talking about? You're in. Shut up.
He had a Modelo last week. Or during, he had a Modelo during BX Gaming this week. So last week.
That's cool. That's cool.
So Dan likes his cervezas for sure.
So I was drinking while I was down there. I had Modelo because that's what they had in the hotel. Because like they sell beer everywhere. When you don't live in Pennsylvania, you forget that you can walk into a CVS and there's 6-pack.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah,
crazy.
The good thing is you can't drop an action figure in a Corona bottle.
No. The good old days.
Maybe an IG-88 will fit in there, but that's about it.
It might. That's one of my next ones that needs to be bought. So anyway, Transformers.
Yes.
Rise of the Beasts.
Robots.
Yes. With lots of goodies and, like I said,
good voice acting.
I call it an Easter egg. Mike calls it the beginning of a universe.
Well, I'm holidays. If they keep it up with these Transformers movies, I'm all about it because I loved Bumblebee. It was one of my faves.
It's looking good. They scored 2 in a row.
They did a good job.
Mike,
I think they
turn your mic up a little bit or get closer to it.
What about now?
I think.
Yeah, you're good.
You got
Eat the
it was a good movie, man. I mean, yeah, it had its corny parts, but it didn't take away from the movie.
Yeah,
it's good.
Pete Davidson probably talked a little bit too much, but
I thought he did awesome. But yeah, there was moments, but I think he did a good job. Anthony Ramos was really good too.
Love him. Love.
So there was one thing about Pete Davidson. Claire, he got all that. What did you think about the shit he was getting because he bought a dog?
Oh, literally. Okay.
He bought a dog.
Stuff. Yeah, I mean, I get it, PETA. Like, I agree, not Bill Chop, but like, also, if you're very, very allergic to most dogs, and there was a tragic accident where your mom's 2-year-old Cavapoo, like, out of nowhere passed, and you're grieving the loss of this dog, and you are not allergic to Cavapoos, and you want to get a dog for your mom who is trying to get over the fucking get over it, PETA.
Yeah, look,
like there's so many circumstances with it. Like, just I get it. Like, absolutely, when you can adopt, but like.
But I'm also like, for all those dogs that are up for sale, what's going to happen with them? I know I'm not all about puppy mills. I don't think it's great.
No,
but I mean,
it's bad.
Dogs, they're just innocent creatures. People are breeding them to death, and they still need a home. So I'm just like, he bought the dog. It's going to go to a go home. Shut the fuck up, PETA. Anyway, Pete Davidson was great in Rise of the Beasts, and
he was.
It's time to start spoiling Spider-Verse.
All right.
Yeah, boy.
Rick, did you watch it?
So excited.
If I can, we went to go see it for the second time today. We went last weekend and we saw it again today as a family. And that's something that we normally don't do, is see movies multiple times. So we went for a second time. We took my son and his friend today, and it was goddamn right. Boom roast to show. That guy's awesome. This movie, listen, I know we're going to talk spoilers in a second, but spoiler free just for a moment. This movie is one of the most beautiful pieces of cinema that I've seen this year.
Yes.
And
well put.
It's made me think about how people talk about animation in movies. And I know, like, Guillermo del Toro talked about this at the Oscars, was the last year or the year before, that animation is not a genre, it's a method of storytelling.
Yeah.
And it's made me think about the way movies are made overall, where like CG in movies is animation.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Cell shading, 2D drawn, everything that we saw for Visions last month is a form of animation and storytelling. And it's a way to convey, it's a way to put theme and emotion in these stories in a way that maybe a camera can't pick up.
Yeah.
So what they did, especially with the scenes with Spider-Gwen and her dad, the way these movies change in the background.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's so beautifully done to convey just the emotion of those scenes. And it's something that the first time we saw it, like, you maybe not so cognizant of everything that's happening around you, but you just notice color changes for mood.
Yeah.
But this time around, like, you know what's coming. So we were able to kind of check and see what is actually in the background. So like in the beginning of the movie, when Gwen is talking to her dad, there's a scene where it's the Spider-Gwen eyes behind her.
Yeah. And
the whole scene is changing. And not only is it changing, but it's like dripping. It's like melting. It's changing. Yeah. And it's so beautifully done. The methodology of the direction. I'm sorry, I'm taking over this moment. We literally just came out.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It's so well done to see creators have the ability to say, no. I want this scene to feel this way, and to have a whole team of people, thousands of people as animators come in and be able to work together cohesively to make this whole project work. And
I'm going to talk about that, don't you worry.
Gwen's colors are blue and pink and white. And when I notice when Miles is in like his invisible mode, his outline is blue and pink and white. So it's like, it's a reflection of her. Like, he's noticing her, he's acknowledging her.
Right.
And he's so, I'm sorry. Like I just go, it's such a beautifully done movie. I cannot wait for Beyond the Spider-Verse. It's such a well done movie, guys.
Yeah. One connection I made. One connection. Real quick, Mike. So Spider-Man 2099, he's literally the fandom fucking menace. Go on.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
He's got a nicer ass.
He's
got a nicer ass than the Phantom Menace.
He doesn't want anybody to change what's canon. He needs everything to be the same story every fucking time, whether it's in a million fucking multiverses. It has to be the same story. He's a goddamn dude, bro, on YouTube with the laser eyes. That's Spider-Man 2099.
I don't like that Oscar Isaac joined the Spider fandom menace. I don't like that very much.
Literally Spider-Man.
Oh no, he's turned.
Go ahead, Mike. I didn't mean to get crazy.
Get off of Twitter and start doing push-ups. Now, beautifully said, Rick, by the way. Beautifully said.
It was beautiful.
The mood temperature of Gwen and her dad, by the way. That's all comic books, brother, by the way. That's all from the Ghost Spider run. All that happens. There are covers that happens on. These guys did their homework so well, and they topped the art, which was like already hard to do. And you're like, when I was telling people, I was like, how was it? I was like, it's a real sequel. I was like, first off, it's the best Spider-Man movie again.
Period.
Like because there was one before that it was the best, and that was the first one. Yeah. And now it's this one. And they actually made a sequel. They made everything better. The animation is better. The storytelling is better.
Yeah.
How they use the other Spider-Man spider characters are better.
Yeah.
What's going on is better. Like, everything about this movie is the reason why the word sequel is important. Remember, like, the 90s where, like, a sequel was, like, a big deal? And you were like, oh, man, this is just like, oh, that first movie was really, really good. I just want that, but a little bit, like, more. That's what this movie was. Kickboxer 2. You know? Kickboxer 2, Rick.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, seriously though, like,
but that's
4. No, no, but seriously, this movie rules. All the guests, all the like small people that got to play a role in this movie as like voice cast is great. Andy Samberg as Scarlet Spider was like everything I wanted and more.
Yes.
Love the Scarlet. He looked perfect.
Jorma as from Lonely Island as the Vulture, by the way.
So which was so perfect.
So good. Yeah. Renaissance Vulture, like how they did like that art for that was like, what? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
So good. The reason why Miles is wearing 42, besides the name with the color of the spider, Jackie Robinson, you know, being a part of a team.
It's also the answer to everything from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's the
answer. It's the answer to everything, but it's not a reference to that.
I know
so much. It's Jackie Robinson.
But you know what's cool compared to the both things that you guys are saying is that it's cool that Lord got actual comic book artists to design the film. I think one of the main ones was Chris Anka, I think his name is. Anka was one of the main designers of the film, the comic book artist. So they gave it that true feel, you know, which was really dope.
How about like putting those editor's notes and shit in there, like where like you could find it in this comic, like you could almost pulling it straight from the comic books.
Yep, Easter eggs in the Columbia lady.
So I can pause it.
So yep. Wait, I saw that.
Sorry. No, literally all the little like as seen in this or so and so.
That's all comic books.
I'm like, I want to pause this, but I can't because I'm in a movie theater.
Right.
That's all
and some of them are so quick and it keeps going, and I'm like, it was so good, and I want to own it now. So I can do that.
You want to talk about a boss move for this movie? How about hiring a 14-year-old to animate the Lego bits?
Oh
so
man.
Cool.
I mean,
to watch second. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I would say the trailer that kid made a couple of months ago in May. Put the thing on Twitter in May. And then they contacted him and say, hey, we got the sequence we want to do. They threw it into the movie, and he did it on his spring break, on his weekends, and in the evenings. I mean, come on, man! Like I read an article about this kid, Preston. I forget his last name. 14 years old, and he's a child of color. He's a black kid.
He's in it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was
Manga
awesome.
Spider-Man did it. He's doing the chase.
Yeah, and the funny thing about it is that it's not just a great comic book movie. It's just a great movie overall. You don't even have to put comic book on the beginning of that. It's just a great movie. all in all. So well done.
Who can't relate to that though? Like that story of like everybody had that phase. I'm still at times firmly in it where you're like, I don't
your blonde
know
phase? Is this your blonde phase?
I don't have one of those Twitter. I'm sorry. I've never dyed my hair, man. I have, but not that color.
It's hard
fight you all.
Like, how can you not understand to like? It's such a vulnerable spot, especially as a kid, to feel like you have something to share with your parents that you feel will make them see you differently. Whether it's whether it's your sexuality, whether it's what you're into. Like I get still made fun of from my parents with love about Star Wars shit. And like there's so many other things that people can, or like when you screw up really bad as a kid, you're like, oh my god, I can't count on them because it's gonna change everything. They're gonna see me as this bad person now. And it's like that's such a universal thing, and across every Spider-Verse, having all of these Spider-Men like have this experience, and watching Miles, of course your wonderful parents are gonna love you, man.
Yeah, dude.
Tell them you're the damn spider. God.
Just tell them. Tell them.
And
I was like dying.
It was just such a great connection, like with Gwen and Miles, with like their parents, and like how it's just like like you said, we all have it. Like these are people who have disciplined you and have made you do things that you didn't want to do growing up your whole life. Yes, it was to teach you right and wrong and to guide you and to everything like that. But those, you know what I mean? Like they're not the first people you're going to think to open up everything about yourself to. Your parents aren't the first people that you think to do that with, just because of that relationship. Even if you have a great relationship with them, it's really tough because you think that they think of you as one way when you're ready to tell them something different about yourself that they don't know. And it's tough because you don't want to let them down. You don't want them like to be disappointed in you. It's such tough feelings to deal with when you've been one way with them your whole life, and now you're telling them something different. You're about to unload some information that they have no clue about, and it's scary.
But it's also listening to a source that you might not reach for in the immediacy with a guy like Abby with Spider-Punk. Listen, as a kid who grew up in the punk rock world where, you didn't, in the 80s, the punks and the skateboarders were the ones that you stayed away from because they were doing the marijuana.
Oh, no.
We were the bad kids in the 80s. So if you ever watched the after school specials, that was us. So what I'm saying is, if you watch Spider-Punk in this movie, he's stealing shit off the wall. But he's also like, he's going to be the one to follow come the next movie. He's going to be the one that's like, listen, I'm going to be your influence. I'm going to take you in a place where you didn't expect, where other people didn't tell you that you needed to be, because I've seen things you haven't seen and you might not be able to understand yet. That's the influence of this outsider world that the weirdos and the freaks, can lend to people who grew up in normal circumstances. You know what I mean? Everybody's got weird upbringings, but there's always the way weird people on the outside that can always lend their little bit of influence.
Of course. And now, comic book history with Mike Croker. So
you can learn something from anybody. Go ahead, Mike.
Spider-Punk was a costume first. Blue Game came out. Spider-Man by Insomniac. And they needed costumes. So they were like, let's make a Spider-Punk, right? It just so happens that in that year, there was just like one shot they came out called Spider-Punk. Like nobody
banned in DC.
And it happened. Turns out he was this punk rock dude. They became a Spider-Man in his world. Also turned out to be a black punk rock dude. So he's like heavily influenced by like Bad Brains and that whole movement. And that's awesome. And then last year, there was this like 6-issue run of his actual universe and what it looks like of him being Spider-Man in it. And every Spider-Man villain is after a band, and Hobgoblin has Misfits hair and stuff like that. And it's totally rad. And I knew with Daniel Kaluuya playing him, and already knowing what this character is, reading him and owning musicians, I was like, we got to put this book on a recommendation table at the store. We sold every Spider-Punk book that weekend.
It was so funny because it was so funny because that caused a bunch of drama.
Hell yeah.
That's the cover of the book.
Drama, like the latest one that came out, the latest run of Spider-Punk, when it dropped, people got mad because he was talking about, you know, kicking the shit out of fascists, and I'm like, yeah. Well,
he said it in the movie too.
You would get mad about it is if
that's punk. That's superheroism.
That's punk rock. Man.
Yeah, but
punk rock, dude.
Y'all, I hope y'all realize, all y'all who are mad at Spider-Punk for doing that, being a fascist is not something that like
nobody likes it.
Cool.
It's not.
It's not something to be proud of, gang. Like,
also, him stealing everything, Dan, was him making the watch for Gwen at the end.
Yeah.
By the way,
I like that he looked out for Miles. I like that he looked out for Miles. You know,
well, he saw it, dude. He saw
like,
it.
That was really dope. Yeah, use your palms.
I honestly, I don't understand why he was even part of the fucking Spider Cops anyway. Like it seems like Spider-Man 20, like Miguel was too intense for a guy like him, and maybe the only reason he did it was because he could, you know, throw a wrench in the wheel, you know, like something.
He probably got talked to it like Gwen and was just like, I'm gonna just chill here until you know what I mean. And then he met Miles.
Listen. I'm gonna break it down real quick. Miguel O'Hara in these movies, as much as I love Oscar Isaac, and Miguel O'Hara has an amazing ass in New York. He's a Colin Robinson. He's an energy vampire. He's sucking shit from all of these people, trying to tell them what they can and cannot. You know what I'm talking about, Claire. You're laughing. The show's coming back in a month, guys.
I'm so excited, by the way. I cannot wait for it. My favorite show on TV. Oh my god.
I didn't notice it in the beginning of the movie when they're fighting Vulture. There's a moment where he's like fangs out,
right?
Grab the Vulture, and I was like, oh shit, I completely forgot about all of that. And he is 100% that person. He is an energy vampire. He
has legit venom.
Well, he did say something about he did call him a vampire or something like that when he was
yeah.
Loosely implied in the comics.
Like quick background of Spider-Man 2099, because I always I never read the series, but I always loved the way he looked.
So Marvel made a 2099 everything. They tried everybody.
I X-Men,
Ghost Rider, Hulk, Punisher, Spider-Man, all trash.
All trash.
Literally garbage. You're just like
Spider-Man was actually good.
It's the only good one.
It was.
It's the only one anybody remembers. It's the only good one. It's so good. He has a book out now. It's the only good one. It's the only good one.
Yeah.
Okay. The unfortunate part about him is getting his early stuff is hard to get. They made an omnibus. It's like $100. It came out in 2022, and it's gone.
Oh,
but
the
Gwen's everywhere, Punk's everywhere. Miles is never stopping. He's a freight train, so he will continue to have books. But
oh yes, show it. Focus.
Nice.
Hell
just
yeah.
now that we're getting,
I got a copy in my closet.
That was the first one. That was the first one. That was number one.
I totally remember that look too. With Spider-Gwen being in this and her getting this nice spotlight, I'm so hoping that Deadpool introduces Gwenpool somehow.
Well,
tell me that would be so fucking cool.
That would be cool, but the only thing that needs to happen in Deadpool is Hugh Jackman putting on the costume. Which
what?
Hugh Jackman put the costume on. That's pretty much all I need to see.
All right. Yeah, if they don't do that, it was a waste.
It's happening.
There's a moment towards the end of the movie where Miles goes back home, and spoilers, he's not where he's supposed to be. But there's a poster on the wall that looks almost like the Deadpool mask, where it's like broken in half and it's it's kind of two halves.
Oh shit!
There's also in that room, and I just noticed it today too. There's like blueprints of the Prowler gloves on the right side. I was like shaking my head. I was like, there they are. She's like, what are you pointing at? I was like, the Prowler gloves.
I knew that was going to be involved. I was so excited when all of that came back, and And that moment of realizing, oh fuck, we're in the wrong place.
And Miles
and
wearing a purple hoodie.
But like also Donald Glover like being there, I was like, he's coming back.
Yes.
Prowler.
Yeah. Donald Glover.
Hold on. Okay.
What connection does he have? Was he in one of the first movie?
He was in
No Way Home.
He was in this. He was in
No Way Home.
The Homecoming. He was in Homecoming.
Yeah, one of those.
Spider-Man Homecoming. He was in that playing the uncle of Miles.
Yeah, he was jacking the car in the parking lot.
Because you got to remember, the way that Miles Morales even came to be was because of Donald Glover.
Yep, 100%.
So 100%. It's like meta on top of meta.
Wait a minute. You're talking about
Brian Michael Bendis. Bendis saw the Community episode with Donald Glover wearing a Spider-Man set of pajamas in the Pillow Fort episode, and he saw Donald Glover do a stand-up bit where he was talking about black superheroes, and he said,
"Oh, I remember that."
And he said, "I would like to see that," and he pitched it to Marvel, and that's where Miles Morales came from.
And he voiced them in the
cartoon, right?
The cartoon, which that Spider-Man shows up in this movie.
Right. Yep.
Oh my god, dude! Ever since Miles hit the
that
pages,
little small one,
I was interested.
There's like the cartoon one. That's like it's all connected. When Andrew Garfield showed up, it was like, I told y'all.
Yeah.
Deep State is real.
We got a live action Donald Glover as the Prowler in the dimensional spider jail. Yeah. And instantly my brain went to, are they, but like, here's the thing that I also wasn't sure of though.
Make Solo 2 happen?
Well, make Solo 2 happen, but listen, now we know that it's all connected in a world, and it seems like Miles is in this dimension that's like, animation, right? And
it's connected even bigger.
Into this,
so it's connected even bigger because in the beginning of the movie, you have Gwen and Miguel talking about Doctor Strange and the nerdy kid from Earth 19999999999, which is Tom Holland, and then we see the bits with Uncle Ben with the Spider-Man from the other movies and stuff.
Yeah,
this is all like my son asked me today. He's like, is this all canonical? And I'm like, no, but yeah, it is. But there's overlap in these things with the multiverse.
Yeah, it most definitely matters.
Yeah. What scares me
but at any point though, they can break it and separate it and say this is the one thing, this is the other. You know, for right now it is. But at any point they can say we found the split.
But here's what I was getting to. You
put in Leo down. That's how you break it.
But are they limiting Miles Morales now just to animation?
No, he's coming.
No, he's coming live.
Okay,
they announced it.
He's coming.
That's all right, because that's what I was afraid of, man. I was afraid of what they were showing us all these different dimensions. It was just like, Miles is in this, Miles is in this only animation.
Yeah. Dan, I think to tell you the truth, Dan, man, I think they have no choice but to do it live.
I'm saying, especially after I saw Donald Glover as the Prowler, I was like, he's coming.
So here's the first clue. Here's what people may not know. People know the game. People know this movie. So in the game, Peter's in college, Miles is in high school. In this movie, Peter's a grown man, Miles is in high school. In the comics, Peter Parker is 3 years older than Miles Morales.
Wow. He was 16 when he died.
Right. He was 16 when he died, and Miles was like 13 when he became.
Yeah, he's in middle school. He's in middle school.
He's going into high school.
Right.
They're going to, I don't see them on not casting Shameik Moore. Yeah. I think they're going to have to age Miles again a little bit.
Daveed Diggs, he can do it.
He can do it too, but I think it needs to be Shameik Moore at this point. Like he's.
Do you really? But really though, I think by the time they do it, I think he'll be too old by the time he does it.
Well, here's the thing. I thought the end of this movie was going to be him going to some multiverse, and it's a first person view of a real life. Miles,
right.
You see some sort of clue that they're in 1999999.
Listen, I heard after the whole, like when all of this kerfuffle happened, that the
kerfuffle,
the contract was made that if Miles ever came into live action, that Scarlett Johansson could just do it.
God damn.
Oh, by the way, I didn't know this, but
no.
Well done.
He got the boot.
I'm telling Colin Jost.
Chris somehow messaged me in my brain. And
But I didn't realize this until yesterday, that the alternate version of Miles's uncle, where he went at the end of the movie, where he wasn't the Prowler and Miles was the Prowler, the person that played did the voice was Mahershala Ali.
It was always Mahershala Ali.
What did you do?
It made me happy that they brought him back.
What? Why didn't you know that?
You let the air right out of his balloon.
I'm gonna get off now.
No, when I saw
Claire?
I never paid attention to that
all day long. Yeah.
What did you say, Claire?
for some reason.
That's the thing, though. You get wrapped up into it, you don't notice.
Yeah.
I'd never realized that, dude. I don't know.
The way this movie ends is everybody from the first movie's back now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's what I liked at the end. There was she grabbed the old crew, and she could.
Well,
did
you notice at the beginning of the movie she's recruiting them because she's talking about how she used to be in a band while being in this band.
Oh, she's getting the band
and
back.
then the
back
drums
together,
started
right.
playing again at the end, and
she's one of the Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
I'm dead. So we can all pretty much say that this is kind of like the Empire Strikes Back of the Spider-Man.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
He's tied to a punching bag, Dad. It's
So
the
we know-
Empire Strikes Back.
Well, so we know that Holes, the whole
Spot.
guy.
His name
Spot.
was Spot. It's really
Spot.
easy.
Shout out to Jason.
So we know that Run Spot Run is like pretty much the overall bad guy, but also Miguel is kind of the bad guy
He's
too.
gonna
Right
turn, dude. Relax. He's Oscar
He's
Isaac.
coming back. You think he's gonna come back?
He's a hero.
You know what? He's gonna get thrown into another
man.
universe where he
He's
sees his daughter, or like that thing happen
No, he's
again,
gonna
and someone's
turn.
gonna touch
He's
his
gonna
heart. And
Yeah, he's gonna touch.
something's
He's
He
gonna
also says
I do
he's the
understand
one and
why
only
you're doing it.
Spider-Man of his universe.
Yeah, and not only
Like they
that,
all do,
they did so well with Spot, man. They
did a really
really
good job.
did such a good job with him.
The banter
Fun fact.
between him and Miles was like,
Yeah,
some of the
that was
best
so
shit
awesome in the
I've ever-
beginning.
And
That was great.
Like best
You
friends.
you didn't see it going that way by that
No.
banter. You thought he was going to be just some willy-nilly villain that was easy to capture and everything like that, and he just they killed it with him.
Well, I
He's
mean,
a
that's
nemesis.
even what that's. Sorry,
Straight
go
up
ahead.
nemesis.
Yeah, for
credit
sure.
Jason Schwartzman for just being wonderful.
amazing all the time.
Amazing voice acting. Amazing all
I
the
miss
time.
you so much.
A spot. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure, man. That was
It's been a minute
It was
since
just
he's
awesome.
been doing anything.
Exactly. That's why I'm like,
Maybe-
It's good to
made me
see
so
him
happy.
doing something now.
yeah. March 2024.
Yep.
Part 2.
yes.
So, any
Lord
last
Miller,
words
man.
about Spider-Verse? Because Michael's about to break down a ton of game news that we just got today.
Oh man, the games. Woo.
I do want to point out the Avatar Spider-Man. I don't remember her actual character in the movie was Amanda Stenberg,
Yes.
who we're going to see in the Acolyte next year.
Was she
Yeah.
the one that could
I
like
was-
make different things of herself?
Yeah.
Spider
The
Bite.
one
No, no,
eating,
yeah,
the one eating
Spider-Bite,
burritos in her
right?
chair.
Yeah,
Spider-Bite.
Spider-Bite. Yeah,
Spider-Bite, right?
yeah, I couldn't remember her name.
Oh, by the
Yeah,
way,
that
the
was-
one that says, there's no escape, right? The one that's like talking to him. That's Metro Boomin, by the way. That's the guy who scored the movie. He's like
That's
made up
cool.
Spider-Man from that area. 'Cause
We're getting there.
I was like, you're not anyone. Also, Web Slinger is real.
We're getting there.
By the way, Claire, if you were wondering,
the
Web
horse.
Slinger is
I was.
real.
Yeah.
I was
With
with
his
the
horse.
mask
Just the
on
horse
the
with
horse.
the mask.
Widow. Yeah. Yeah.
Peter
he's
parked
real.
car.
Peter Parked
Peter
car is
Parked
also
car.
real. Peter Parked car is also real. Yes.
I love
The
seeing
freaking
the
Tyrannosaurus
Spider-Cat
Rex.
from the games.
Yes, but
Yeah.
as far as Rex is also real.
Spider Cat.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Spider-Cat.
And
Spider-Cat
shout out
is
to
also
my
real.
fiance who just dropped this off.
Dude,
King amongst
when-
men. Thank you.
He should be coming
just
over here to
Spider-Cat.
drop one of those off.
Claire,
I know, right?
If
He'll
I'm
be
not that
right
far
over
away,
here.
your cat's ever hack
gonna
up
marry
a
him, Claire.
spider ball.
It's Pride Month.
Not if I marry him first.
You have a superhero cat.
I do. I gotta get Ayla. I have a ginger cat now. Put her in a
Exactly.
little Spider-Man costume. She would be so pissed off, but it would be so cute.
Yeah, it would.
And then I need the Count Dooku
The only
cape
one I
for
didn't
Dukes.
see was Spiders Man, which is a
Spiders?
Spider-Man made out of a million spiders.
We saw Doc Ock Spider-Man though.
Yep, we did.
Yeah, we also we also saw a cartoon Doc Ock with Alfred Molina saying, "Hello, Peter."
Hello, Peter.
Didn't we get to see issue 1 Spider-Man too?
We saw 60 Spider-Man when he's web slinging and he cramps up.
Right, and he cramps. Right, yeah. I thought
because
that was hilarious.
The 60s were a long time ago.
We saw a Miss Mysterio. We saw a female Mysterio and a Moose-terio.
A Moose-terio, yeah.
A Moose-terio.
Oh, by the way, Moose-terio is a Peter Porker villain. Thank you.
I love that. That's an actual thing.
Oh, all of his villains are animals.
Did you notice it?
Other Marvel villains.
I love it.
So
I love it. Wait, send me issues.
Peter Parker's baby had Spider-Ham jammies.
What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I said his Peter Parker's baby had Spider-Ham jammies on.
Yeah. Oh my god!
That's
the best thing
She's
ever.
also Spider Girl when she grows up.
Yes.
She's made
Me
Parker
too.
become Spider.
I love it.
All right,
I love you,
will
Ro.
say,
You know
the thing I want to say about Spider-Verse is I saw all the articles online before I went in to see the Spider-Verse film about how Gwen Stacy is a trans character potentially. At the very least is 1000% exploring the narrative of being a trans person and having a part of yourself that doesn't fit in the way that the world wants you to be, and have your family
kind of like the Little Mermaid.
Kind of like the Little Mermaid. I haven't seen the Little Mermaid.
By Despina, it's a story written by a gay man about what it means to not fit into a world that won't accept you.
Exactly. And like, especially with the beauty of when like a lot of the conversations that Gwen was having with her father about, you know, about how Spider-Woman is a menace and how Spider-Woman is a negative thing, and doesn't realize he's saying all these awful things to his child who is this person. And just like to have the colors of the trans flag like watercolored into the background as it like dissolves away the whole world of just like there was so much imagery where I feel like that's got to be a little bit of what they're going for. I feel like that's something, it was so beautifully done in the art and in Gwen's story. And it's such a shout out to my trans friends who saw this and connected with it, because my heart was just like, oh my God, this is exactly that thing that they're trying to tell, that feeling.
I think that's you're totally right. Where we were talking about earlier, where it was just like being able to
Spider-Cat
tell your parents about something that, you know, has changed about you, or something that has always been there inside of you that they never knew about, and you're bringing that up to them, and you know, it's scary because you don't know what's going to happen.
Real quick, Spider-Woman Issa Rae was amazing.
Spider-Man what?
Spider-Woman. She's going to be the one that turns Miguel, by the way.
Spider-Woman was freaking awesome. Yeah,
yeah.
It's his baby.
Even though every single action scene, I was like, pregnant lady in the fight scene.
Hold on,
other than that,
bouncing off of spider webs.
Right?
Whose
like,
baby is that?
They say that you
I
can't.
forgot.
Miguel's.
I never read it.
Is it Miguel's?
I don't know. I'm just saying it is because she said he's beautiful.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, you can't even ride the Little Mermaid ride at Disney if you're pregnant. Okay, you are on your motorcycle bouncing off of shit.
Well, look at what Peter's doing. He's like, who wants to go out with daddy again?
Yeah,
that baby better be super, because
of course it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Of course it is.
Yeah, I cannot wait for this last movie. What do you guys know what the projection is? Like how much? Won't be the last.
March 2024. March
2024.
Rob is on it. March 2024.
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yes, sir. Coming in real life. That's literally what it's saying.
Nice.
Can I
wait? Did it say it's coming in real life?
No, but it's coming in real life.
Be human.
The Spider-Verse. Yo, look, we've been seeing shit about aliens, and the FBI is talking about aliens, and shit that happened in Texas the other day. So the Spider-Verse
and explosions here in Philly.
Yeah, death clouds that covered the cities, made the sun red, so Superman can't save us all.
Man. Anyway,
man,
so we're screwed. Anyway,
Xbox.
Can I real quick, Dan? Can I just say just a couple quick words?
Of course.
No. I'm just kidding.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Go ahead,
I'm sorry. Please go
Hell
back.
yeah.
Claire.
I want to know what you have to say. I promise.
He's gonna say a couple of quick words.
I'll mute myself.
I just wanted to say how much I love Boop. That's all. I love.
Wait,
Boop.
what?
Boop's good people.
Boop is good people.
Boop is good people.
Never mind. I'll unmute myself for that. Boop.
See,
that's all.
They are.
Boop, I love you. I'm looking right into the camera. Stop talking, Claire, for just 1 second. Just 1 second.
Got it.
Boop, I love you.
That's it.
Claire, settle down.
So
never.
Michael, if anybody here, if anybody
Boop is
here
canon.
Boop is canon. Yes, he's canon.
She's definitely.
I made that happen. I wrote an email.
Alyssa Wong heard you.
They became canon in the one Star Wars comic. It was
Dr. Aphra.
Or Dr. Aphra comic.
Dr. Aphra's father.
Boop, congratulations.
Refers to Aphra as Little Boop.
Little Boop.
That is Aphra is Boop. Boop is canon.
They're now Little Boop. Congratulations, Boop. Little Boop. See.
Yes.
Go ahead, Dan. You can go ahead now.
We will continue on. We have covered.
Hey, where's Chris?
All of the Spider-Verse. Look at you! Stop it! Anyway, and we had some
Happy birthday, Roke.
Xbox showcase. Xbox showcase. How is nobody happy about this, Rick? You keep interrupting me in the middle of the Xbox showcase.
Hey, did you hear about the Xbox thing that happened today?
So there's been a lot of video game news within the last 2 days, but yes, today.
Take it away, Roke. Let's talk about
today. Was Xbox showcase,
yeah,
as well as Bethesda doing a Starfield thing after that. But Xbox had a showcase where they showed Fable. Fable is coming back. Richard Ayoade is a giant who gets hard bodied by whoever you make, I guess. It's a very fun trailer. Yes, an Xbox thing happened today.
Yes, it
sure did. A bunch of stuff. A lot of things were Game Pass exclusive. Payday 3 is real, which is great.
What's Payday?
Payday is a heist game, first-person shooter where you rob banks.
Payday is a candy bar with
Payday is a candy bar.
That's all I know it as a sweet and salty treat.
Mike, tell me this, Mike. Mike, one of the games that they announced at Xbox Showcase.
Okay.
Didn't you think it was BioShock before they said the name?
Which one?
Clockwork Revolution.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know,
what did it look very steampunky?
Oh, it looked. Yeah. Yes, it did. It did.
Okay. Similar flavors.
Yeah, very similar flavors. I thought I was going to see somebody similar pop into this the frame, but then it was like Clockwork Revolution. I was like, oh.
The day before that was the Summer Games Fest, which was done by Jeff Keighley and the people who are behind Video Game Awards, and that's their summer thing.
Jeff Keighley.
And Deadeye Jeff Keighley, and they showed Mortal Kombat 1 gameplay.
Yeah. Oh my God. Holy crap!
Whoever comes up with fatalities, they need to be put in prison.
Yeah. Okay. There we are. We're there then.
Yeah. It's whole bunch of stuff. Prince of Persia is back.
Yeah. Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
Today
which has a release date of September 26th.
Yep.
Cyberpunk DLC, right?
Yes. The first Phantom Liberty.
Yep. Idris Elba is in it.
Whole new campaign with Idris Elba. Keanu Reeves is there to talk about it because he rules. Yeah.
Oh, and Mike,
yes, sir.
It's time to dust off our rigs because Forza Motorsport
is real.
Yeah,
I have a duster ready.
Ford was kind of like behind that as well.
Oh yes, Forza
helping out.
Yeah. Forza's already like a major company. They just made a game.
Yeah.
Like,
and a new Xbox.
And a new
Xbox S.
Yeah, new Xbox S, which is just the digital version of an X, right?
Right, but yeah, it's the same as the S, but it's just a terabyte of storage now, and it's all black. And it's all black.
Yeah.
So
it's carbon black.
As somebody who is a PlayStation loyalist and have been for a long time, I know a lot of these also are coming to the PlayStation.
Yes.
If you were to pitch based on this weekend and what you know is also coming out, why should I get an Xbox?
Well,
why?
Perfect segue.
I got you.
Because
talking about Starfield,
we're going to talk about Starfield.
So let's hold on that one.
A little major company called Bethesda was bought by Microsoft a year
Who that?
ago.
I don't know those people. Who are they?
So Microsoft owns Bethesda.
Yeah.
And the people behind Skyrim and Elder Scrolls
I'm those people.
Are making the biggest game they've made in 25 years.
25 years in the making.
This is 25 years in the making.
Yeah.
I would have a hard time. We're going to have a hard time conveying to you. There is a 45-minute, beautifully well done.
You sent that, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I like clicked on it. I'm like, oh, cool. You guys are right about this. I clicked on it, and I saw 45 minutes. I'm like,
all right.
Yeah, it's huge,
it's
massive.
Huge. If they talk about
massive.
A lot. There's smartwatches with this thing. Anyway.
Wait, are you talking about the Pokey thing? Remember when Pokemon?
No. It's no.
My steps to train my Pokemon.
Think of an Apple Watch or a Samsung Watch. It's like that. Like exactly.
Apple Watch
or space games.
What do you mean?
And it's for real. It's real.
What do you mean a watch?
We're going to get to it. Can we get to it?
Yeah, well, let's do all the other games first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
a watch?
There was a Star Wars game announced today, but we'll get to that in a minute.
You better.
Yeah.
Because that's behind a game company that me and Rob know very much about. But real quick, Starfield is everything you could possibly imagine an open world exploring game set in space where there are multiple planets, characters, scenarios, people. You make your own ship. If your ship's big enough, you can take on bigger missions like smuggling and freighting. And you have a group of people that are called the Constellation. That's what you're a part of. They're called the Constellation.
1,000 planets. 1,000 planets.
1,000 planets. There are space cowboys. There are aliens. There are people that you meet that are like, can I come with you? And be an asset towards your friendship.
Companions.
You can make your own companion droid that protects you.
And you can make your own
his arms long. You can explore a planet and go, I want to set my outpost here and
live there.
This is where my home base is now because
I
chose that. Claire, you could go to a space beach and just hang out.
A space beach?
In your little space underwear with your space umbrella, drinking a space mimosa.
I mean, that sounds like a vibe right there.
And you have to mine all of the stuff to do all this shit. You have to mine material.
To be fair, there are plenty of games that are 7 years long, 8 years long. Some games even reach 10 years. We're talking about a game that can easily be 10 years, but has the potential to be a 15-year plus gaming experience.
Yeah. You know how Skyrim, you could play Skyrim still right now. You can play Skyrim now and still discover new shit.
Right.
They are trying to top that.
And these are people that made Skyrim.
And that's the limited edition controller for it.
Yeah. Claire,
okay.
thousands of planets that you can explore.
Right.
I mean, like that's 1,000 planets. I don't think I could probably get through 10 planets in a year. By
you can find other humans that are like, holy crap, we thought we were the last ones. Can you help us? And we're like, yeah, we can.
That's kind of nice because I literally wouldn't have to buy another game ever because I'm going to be honest with you. I bought Tears of the Kingdom the day it came out. And guess what? I haven't done shit in it yet. Also, I've just been exploring nonsense.
Also, and you can transport between over the person and first person with a button.
Yeah.
If you want to be first person, you can be first person. If you want to be over the shoulder, like Resident Evil 4 style, like not even third person, like really good tight controls of over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Mass Effect style.
Minecraft really set the bar for like being able to create shit, like make your own world.
Yeah.
And then Fallout 4 brought a whole new like build style that was so cool.
Yeah.
They just like, ramped it up to 1,000.
Yeah.
People you can like, pilot your own ship. Right? What are the concerns, right? You're telling me all this stuff. I want to grab with all these things.
Yeah. Tell me what are the main concerns?
Are all these things far away? The concern is we're getting all this at once, right?
Or Mike, listen.
Are you going to be a service game?
For just a second. If I can interrupt for just a second. This game sounds nice. 15 years of possible gameplay. I've been playing Burger Time for over 40 years, and I still haven't made the perfect burger yet.
I'm telling you, dude. And they've been pushing this game back on purpose, Rick. On purpose, because you're right. This is a lot of shit they're going to be throwing at us.
But I love a good burger.
My Skyrim HD. I'm like, here's your Skyrim HD.
Microsoft Xbox needed this game.
Right.
Well, when you look at
and it's Game Pass.
Ethan's sitting here like, I need my Elder Scrolls 6, and they're putting
Claire. They dropped. I thought Elder 6 was coming out. Oh, when I saw that Elder Scrolls Online thing drop, and it really scared me. It disappointed me.
Elder 6 isn't coming because they're working on this.
Yes,
Elder 6 right now. This is your Skyrim 2. Trust me, this is the one. You want to excavate? You want to mine?
I just bought a PS5.
I know it's complicated, but I'm telling you, you're going to have plenty of time because I think in order to make this game the way it has to be, we're not going to get a lot of this at launch. It's going to have to be a service game. A lot. Will we be getting all these things they're saying?
Commodore 64.
100%. We're getting everything they're saying. 100%. Will there be paywalls behind it? Probably.
That's a good point.
This is where we're at.
Well, there's probably going to be some subscription stuff like
it's going to be a service game. Probably.
Fallout 76, like there was a subscription where you could get like unlimited
season
storage
passes and things
and
like that.
Yeah,
like, you could get like a new special thing, but it was never anything to like. They did Fallout 76 where like your subscription didn't make you better than people. You could just get access to some like cooler skins and shit like that, but like no like guns that are better than everybody else.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And shit like that.
It's not. You gotta. It's cosmetic. It's not game changing.
You got to remember this game.
But
you got to remember this game is so massive and huge. For it to last, they're gonna have to keep it going.
Exactly.
So they're gonna have to do this. You know what I mean?
Games as a service is the norm now. Unfortunately,
and this isn't online, right, Michael?
It's online, but there's no.
It's no online. There's no online component to it.
There's no online component to it. Like you can play this offline. There is no co-op, and I'm okay with this because a lot of these games like this will cram a co-op situation in, and it limits the game.
Yeah,
if you want to say if you want everything to happen, you got to have a different experience than your friend. It needs to be talked about. And seen.
Yeah, I'm out because I don't want the government looking at my game server.
Exactly.
Checking out my jabbing my titty games.
Now, Claire, what Game Pass is? This is why Xbox is kind of like, hey,
there's no way this would be on Game Pass though.
This is 100% on Game Pass.
It's 100% going to be on Game Pass.
Everything we saw today was
good. Yeah.
It said
you got to.
This game was to sell Xboxes and
Game Pass. That is their number one baby. Is Game Pass.
Xbox
Game Pass needs a quadruple A game.
I love
Yes.
Game
to
Pass.
sell systems in Game Pass.
Game Pass is awesome.
And this is the game.
Maybe
$15 a month
yeah.
for games you don't have to worry about if they're bad or not because you can just delete them.
Yep.
When you
man.
think about exclusives
Sign me
by
up.
system, you think about exclusives by system. Look at what Sony's done with something like with Spider-Man and Last of Us
100%.
right now.
Just,
Just those two games, but just those two games, and God of War, but just those two games right there. You think about how big those games have gotten in the video game space, and for a system like Xbox to not have that, that's a huge chunk of that gamer market.
Here's the thing, but PlayStation knows this because we
have better games.
Not even that, they also rebranched their entire PlayStation Plus system because Game Pass.
Because of Game Pass. Yep.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Tiered now.
It's tiered because it's like, well, we can't compete. All we really have is we got Naughty Dog, we got Santa Monica, we got Insomniac. And they, outside of PlayStation Studios, which realistically at their event that happened 2 weeks ago, only showed 4 games made from them.
Right.
On their show. But whatever.
So now the Star Wars game.
Okay. Boom.
Outlaws. Great
Star
segue.
Wars Outlaws is being made by Ubi-soft, which has a show next week. So they're going
tomorrow.
To show more. They're going to show more of it.
Hell yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Team Massive are behind the Division games.
Yes.
They said this is going to be a Division game style, though. This is the first ever open world, non-linear. I want to put that around in parentheses for people before they start attacking me in the comments. First open world, non-linear Star Wars game.
What is actually that?
What does that mean?
Yes.
Okay. Non-linear is
off the rails, son.
Is what Elden Ring is. Go. We're not telling you what to do. Go over there.
Right.
It's what Starfield is. You see that moon? Go to that moon.
Let's go to it.
Go to it. Welcome to
if you want to. If you want to.
I wonder if there's going to be like an objective you can go to that you have to go
there
to.
Will
but
be a
like,
story.
You just, but you don't have to.
There'll be a story.
Yeah, I think
go to that.
Yeah, I think it will be for sure. The one thing that I saw with the game, the cinematics, my God, were better than. They look almost real.
And, the trailer.
Not a lightsaber in sight.
Not a lightsaber in sight. And just smugglers and pirates and
yep, all about it, dude. And I hope.
Question to you guys, Dan. Anybody that knows. Was that character at the end Jalen anybody that was known from something else?
No.
Okay, because I've heard the name Jalen in Star Wars a couple of times.
I like it.
Everybody and I wonder if brand new.
See, like, and if I'm wondering if you can make, since that name Jalen, right? That's the name of the character.
Yeah,
that's male or female. So I'm wondering if you could make your character like a Mass Effect thing.
No.
This
Jalen character was a person that she came to near the end of the trailer that was on the ship. It was a guy, and I know there's been a couple of Star Wars characters or characters in the game or something that were named Jalen.
Galen.
No. Yeah, Jalen looks a little bit like Kyle Katarn
Galen
just
Merrick.
by appearance. He also looks a little bit like Littlefinger from Game of Thrones.
That's a
little bit.
But this story, the way they presented this thing, it's in between Empire and Return of the Jedi, right? Because we see Han Solo and Carbonite, and if this is going to overlap,
was that him? Okay,
it was.
Yeah, it was. Okay, I thought
if this is going to overlap with stories like this, to me, it sounds like it's going to be after the War of the Bounty Hunter stuff that happened in the comics, and at this time, the criminal syndicate, even though it sounds like there's like that's the power struggle for the game more so than Rebels and Empire.
Sure.
The criminal syndicate is in shambles during this time. The Hutt Council is all dead except for Jabba. The Pikes are there. The droid Gatra is making a name for themselves. There's another group that was in the Tarkin novel that's only ever been mentioned in the Tarkin novel that might be popping up in this thing. One of my favorite things about this game, when I was looking at some of the cinematics, it got me thinking about the Battle of Tanab. And I want Chris to jump in for this because like the Battle of Tanab happened in 4 ABY. And if this is in between Empire and Return of the Jedi, we could see the Battle of Tanab, which was a battle amongst the pirates that the Empire could get involved with, and we can see Lando's maneuver at the Battle of Tanab that maybe got him his reputation. So if all of this stuff is happening, this could be like within the Crimson Empire stuff with Kira kind of on the periphery. We could see some of the Prince Shizor stuff since he's canon again in the comics. Kira could pop up. All of that stuff could all be relevant to this game. And to have this character, Kay, I forget what her last name is, but to have an openly queer Venezuelan actress portray her.
Oh, this is
her name.
Her main character?
Yeah, the woman. That's what her name is. Umberto. I forget what her last name is. I apologize. But like to have her, she's openly queer, lesbian woman as the lead for this game, and Nyx, her little like sidekick.
It's fucking D. Bradley Baker.
Yo, D. Bradley Paycheck is getting
cat.
it.
You know?
Yeah. D. Bradley Paycheck is just getting it. But I mean, come on, man. This game looks really cool. Like we haven't seen so much about like story stuff. We'll see that from right now, man, like in a couple hours and just tomorrow. But I mean, like from what we've seen just for the story, like and knowing where this is and following canon and stuff, like it's pretty intriguing.
Yeah. And it's taking place in a new location in the Star Wars universe that hasn't been seen before too. I forget what, I think it begins with a T, like Toshara or something like that, but it's a new location. Yeah. And also what I'm excited about, this is the biggest thing that I'm excited about for this game, is that it's specifically for the next gen system.
Yeah. Everything we saw was.
Yeah, it's all for all the games are for next gen systems. There ain't gonna be no
the last 2 weeks is
make sure that if you're gonna release it for PC I don't care if you release it
to
the Xbox.
Take your time.
Make sure it's freaking ready. All right.
Yeah. Guess what, Dan? It won't be. So welcome to PC world. It's fine.
Swear to God,
you chose, man.
Swear to God,
you chose, bro.
Chose try to save some money. All right.
I believe it, and you will in time with updates, many updates. Yes, you will. Enjoy your shader downloads and all that jazz.
But
hours in before you start.
Here's Michael. I wanted to bring something up about what you said earlier about Star Wars Outlaws and how there won't, what we didn't see is a Jedi in sight, and it's crazy because you probably wouldn't see them much because the survivors, the Jedi survivors, are spread amongst the galaxy, and there's very, 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 very few of them, and because we get a couple stories about Jedi survivors and a couple red lightsabers in Ahsoka. I don't think it means what, Michael?
No Twitter, only push-ups.
Well, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Jedi survivors because it was like a big deal to everybody on Twitter, and it's not
chest to ground.
This is the only thing I have to say. Okay. The whole concept. Oh no. The whole concept.
Dan is burning a hole into the screen.
Lightsabers are like magnets. The whole concept is if you have a lightsaber and you survived, somebody else with a lightsaber, it's their entire life's mission to destroy you. So odds are you might wind up in the same space from time to time, and everybody else needs just to chill the fuck out a little bit about it.
And that was Common Sense by Claire Stribling.
You're welcome, gang.
Yeah.
Stay tuned next week for more Common Sense.
Because we all thought that a group of Jango Fett's could take out thousands of Jedi all at once in like one freaking night, because that's possible.
Dan, burpees now.
He needs to go for a walk. Walk it off, man. Walk it off.
I like how he Chris Foley walked away.
Lay off of Dan. He's been taking Xanax.
Xanax.
Only for planes, Rob.
Get another Xanax.
I get on a plane. It's just like I need it. You'll thank me. I don't want to get tackled by a freaking
picking back what Rick was saying, I didn't know there was I saw the trailer and like the official artwork of the main character. I was like, okay, cool. It's a different take because it being a massive open world game like this with a character that already has a voice actor behind it with dialogue needed, I'm okay with us not being able to make a character from scratch and have them be like in cutscenes, you know, like that whole like.
Yeah, I don't need every game where you have to make a character every time. Like, jeez.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
I was gonna say, how dare you insult our silent but strong Link? Okay.
Okay, look. Okay.
I'm kidding.
When he talks one day, it's gonna be massive.
I'm going to shit my pants.
Because Ganon talking, people were like, "Oh my God, Ganon!" It was like Kingdom when Michael Jackson came out. They're like, "My God!" It was like,
my Demon King.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to gameplay. I would love to see the gameplay and see what it looks like.
I'm a fan of the Division. Division was a service game, but they said it's not going to be the Division. So I'm interested to see what it's going to actually play like. Yeah, the Division was a cover shooter. So is this going to be some sort of cover shooter? Like they're only known for this one game. It's very interesting. Like when I found out they were doing this, I was like, okay, like I know what. Well, sorry, when Lucasfilm was like, we're extending the brand. It's not going to just be EA making our games anymore, you know. And then we got you know, DICE left Battlefront, and then Respawn people who are behind Apex are working on the next first-person shooter. Respawn also did Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order, which is successful. And then we have Massive doing this game. So I was like, okay, Ubisoft's doing a Star Wars game. Ubisoft's a strong company. They got Assassin's Creed and Prince of Persia. What could go wrong here, right?
Yeah.
You know, and they said Massive. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I played both games, but they're only known for these games. They're a very small French company, but they're getting more people as the time goes, and now they're becoming this more big and, you know, fluctuous team of people. So I was like, what is this going to play like? Like, I mean, if it's still a cover shooter, I mean, I'm for it. You know, it is called Outlaws. I guess we're going to be some sort of like bounty hunter smuggling type of people.
Like a third person over the shoulder
cover type of situation. That's all I see right now.
Well, it says it's supposed to be a big heist.
Right. It's some sort of heist involvement. I'm assuming it's going to be multiplayer because I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you're saying the word heist and not involving multiplayer, you're just not benefiting anyone, honestly.
Right.
Like, I'm not trying to talk to a bunch of computers about how I want to crack a safe. You know? Boring. But yeah.
So what about the other news? If I could jump in for a second about Dominic Robillard teaming up with Amy Hennig for whatever game that they're doing. Like the Star Wars Newsnet had this story that
I heard Hennig. What's she doing?
Is that's the Uncharted lady, right?
Yeah,
she was the one. Queen. Yeah, that he jumped over to Skydance. He's going to be directing whatever Star Wars game that they're doing. That
wasn't I mean, yeah. The only thing that we know that's in play is Eclipse.
They don't have the money. He can't generate funds because
he's a hack.
It's amazing what happens when you isolate.
I could go on a David Cage rant for 45 minutes. I'm gonna stop right now.
Yeah.
But they are making one. Skydance is making a Star Wars game.
Skydance is making one. Respawn's making one.
Yeah.
Another one. This is the massive
one. Another one.
The massive making one, and these these people are making one.
We were told that Battlefield was put on stop, and that you heard also that the Old Republic is just taking slow time.
It's taking the remake is taking some time. Okay. There's a lot of quality of life changes. Like if you look at the timeline of how RPGs changed since KOTOR 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to do a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, you really gotta rebuild the game.
Give people time, dude. Like let people make the game.
It's not, dude. You can't. That doesn't happen anymore with this. Yeah. Everybody needs instant gratification.
That's because we know too much. Exist. That's why I miss game magazines.
This is so silly too, because you don't realize that, guys. You realize after you finish a game, there's typically so much other shit you can do.
Yeah, that's why.
There's 5 million other fucking games you can do that with, and just run around and go wild.
Her back catalog is insane right now.
Don't.
She has no idea
saying that
what
very
to do.
loud.
She doesn't even know what Cal Kestis is up to.
I finished it. I finished that one.
I'm kidding, Claire. I'm kidding. I was right there with you.
Okay, I'm just saying. Like, look, here's the thing. Let's go explore some other shit.
Yeah.
I think that everybody benefits if we let them take their time.
Yeah, let them build.
I don't give a fuck. If you need to take
rush game developers.
Don't rush.
Otherwise, go back to Stratego.
Yeah. Don't rush game developers just like you shouldn't rush VFX people at Marvel.
And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I replay Ocarina of Time DLC once every 2 to 3 years. And guess what? It's always an A+ experience. Yeah. That's the great thing about games. You can go back and you can play them again. And you can find new things and have a new experience.
I ain't going all day about the times where there weren't updates to fix your broken game and games that just came out working. And they were like, here's this perfect game. Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
It took 6 years.
Let's not name those games on this show.
No, let's go ahead. Let's do it. Let's call
There's like a list of them.
Well, see, when Starfield comes out, I'm going to be collecting plants from different planets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to find out.
It's not lavender anymore.
And you can collect ships and actually use them to fly through space.
There's only certain dragon's tongue I can go for.
Hey, Claire, I want to live my life as a space cowboy / pirate and then just bother people and go to their ship, kill everyone on it, and take it over.
Yeah.
She could do that in this game.
Yeah,
that's what I did right here.
I'm going to be like a spaceport Dan going around the galaxy trying foods.
Already there.
Rick's like, you're not dead yet, but the night is young.
I'm just going to go around the galaxy trying foods like spaceport Dan.
I got tape.
We also got Fable, which was one of my favorite freaking games. We had 3 of them, right? 3 Fables.
3 of them. This time, there's no Peter Molyneux attachment. Thank God, that guy's weird. He told us during the Xbox 360 era that leaves are going to fall off trees and change weather. I was like, relax, pal. You guys can't even make him mad.
You really learned how to science, my guy.
Did he do that though?
No.
Oh.
No, he didn't, Dan.
I thought
it's coming though.
I thought the seasons changed in that game.
No. You got a dog.
Oh, that's right.
It barked.
It's been a while since I played Fable.
I
loved when you could get evil.
In Fable 3 was like, we want you to be a good guy, but you could be a bad guy, but the story won't make sense. But this one is like, hey guys, we're actually going to take actual fables and make it a game because there seems to be giants and beanstalks, and because it feels like the comic Fables. That's a game, pretty much. And it's like you're in this world where every fairy tale exists, and you get to go play.
Oh, it's like that one show,
which is based off the comic Fables. Once upon a time,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that was actual in-game footage they were showing. Actually,
yes, it was. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and that's what Xbox opened the show with Fable.
I didn't see that.
They opened the show with Fable, and I think it went into Massive, and I'm like at work, like on our like big screen, it's going on. I see Ubi-soft Massive, and it's like on mute with music playing. I was like, oh, Star Wars. And my friend was like, coworker's like, how do you know? And he sees the TIE fighter. He was like, how did you know Star? Like, they're making it one. This is the vision. And I'm just like, look like a book that's in stock. Like, yeah, it's a thing.
Like blah blah blah, nerd stuff.
This is my every day, dude.
Oh, here's another one for you. So they're actually adding, and I don't know if I still play it to this day. Actually, I played it earlier today. They're adding some story elements to Overwatch. A story.
Moving on.
Like I said, they're adding story to Overwatch 2, which is
you know why?
Called Invasion.
Oh, Invasion, and not the mode you promised called Hero Mode, where we get to have the PvE events and level up characters that you promised us that I knew wasn't ever coming when Peter Kaplan left.
Well, it looks like it came.
No, it's not. I don't care.
It's a story mission with some new heroes and stuff like that.
Sorry,
but
Michael's upset.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Mike. Other people play other games too.
It's okay, but they lied though.
I think every game developer lies. It's coming out next year. 5 years later.
We're on the Wookiee.
We're on the Wookiee. Did he hurt you?
It was my heart, Dan. It was my giant 80-pound Wookiee heart.
Right here.
It was right here.
It shrunk 2 sizes smaller.
It shrunk 2 sizes. When Jen Kaplan was like, hey, guys, you guys want to Overwatch cinematic experience? All those CGI trailers that ruled in the first game that you guys wanted context behind, we got you. And then they were like, we got to build Cosby Room. And then everybody goes, holy shit. Well, I'm out. Bye-bye. I'm not insane.
The pudding.
You know, and it was like, I got to see gameplay of Reinhardt throwing a grenade, Rob, and that's gone. That's taken from me. That's taken from me. Tracer with a skill tree. Taken from me. They took out my Pixar hero shooting Overwatch heart, and they were like, hey, bro, you want all those things? Like player versus event? No.
We heard it was your birthday.
Mike,
we heard it was your birthday. We're going to rip out your soul and have you compete against PC players while you hold a controller. You'll never win. Go back to Call of Duty, nerd. And I did. Rob. I went back. I was like Andy Dufresne. I was on my knees in the rain, Rob. Liars.
Liars.
Well,
lied.
I think we all know how Mike feels about Overwatch.
Yeah, a little bit.
Any other games?
Yeah. Hellblade 2.
From non-liars?
Totally.
Hellblade 2 is coming
Hellblade
out.
2.
That looks like a real life thing. That's it. Those are people. So
yeah, that looks awesome.
That can't be a thing you control with a controller.
Yeah, for real. It looks like actual. Yo, it looks amazing.
Oh, are you bleeding through your gums in a video game? I gotta go.
Yo, the visuals on this game are outstanding.
What was the
Pac-Man happened? What are you talking about? Like, why are you bleeding through your gums? You have pores, woman. Like, what's happening?
As somebody who doesn't know anything about a lot of the lore of these video games, South of Midnight looked cool too.
Which one?
South of Midnight.
South of Midnight.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
That looks very cool.
Game.
Little devil at the crossroads going on.
Yeah.
It's a giant fucking swamp monster.
People of color protagonists.
Let's go. Yes.
I heard inclusion matters, kids.
Wait a minute, they can do that? What? Game Studios, where have you been?
Wow. Oh, like a dragon.
Like a dragon, bro.
Wild, man.
Let me tell you about Yakuza right now. They were like, man,
Oh boy.
there was a time in my life I was like, I really wish Yakuza would come back to the States. And then they were like, say no more, fam. They were like, here's everything updated with translations. And
Is Yakuza fun to play?
Yakuza is awesome.
Because there's like
Yakuza
a million
is
of them.
If you ever
Story
wanted
time.
to do some epic rock paper scissors over some
Yes.
sake,
You want to talk about the best side missions in gaming history?
I'm
Is
listening.
Yakuza.
I prefer
What
the
game?
side
There's like 6
missions
of them.
to the real missions a lot of the time.
Yes, they have nailed the side mission experience. Period.
Okay.
And these are the guys that made.
Oh yes.
They were a part of Shenmue at one point, and then when Shenmue got away, they made a Yakuza game. Excuse me. The first 2 Yakuza games were on like PlayStation 2 games, and they hired like major actors to be like Japanese people, and like Elijah Dushku and Michael Madsen are playing like Japanese people in this game, where you're just like,
because of course they are.
because of course they are. To the point where they were like, Yakuza's going to Japan, this thing in Japan. And when it came back, they were like, we're not giving you a English dub. You have to read subtitles and
You gotta
shit like
pull
that.
up Boop's comment for just a moment. The Boop's most recent comment. I once got
Oh my god!
and now I'm in hot water with the Japanese mafia. Is an all-star joke.
That's the
He's in
good
hot water
glove
with the
clap right
jacuzzi.
there.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Oh,
yeah, the Like a Dragon. They changed the name of it because the word Yakuza is like not good. So they were like a dragon. So like it's, you know.
Yeah.
They don't want
Now, how about the
name of it, by the way.
Yeah. How about I don't know who's into horror games, but Still Wakes the Deep.
Yep. I'm in for horror games. Also, Alan Wake 2 looks awesome. They said it's a combination of True Detective meets Resident Evil, and I was
Alan Wake 2 does look good.
Yes.
Horror movies, no nightmares. Horror film, whatever weird, demented shit you put on a movie, 100% no nightmares. Put it in a game. I will not sleep for weeks. I don't rock with that.
Because you experience it.
Because it's me. I am doing it.
I'm telling you, Claire, play it and stream it and let us see your face while you play.
That would be so funny.
We got this,
but
Rob.
I like my sleep. I like being able to get a full night's sleep when I rarely can.
We're going to buy Claire a case of chamomile tea so she can sleep.
Add it to Relaxium Gaming. Claire will stream shit and cry.
She gets scared.
I am there watching.
Both of you guys freaking out in front of me while I go.
Yes,
I like it.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't like it.
I know we dropped it, but Dan doing early Dead Space was like, yeah.
Oh, did you guys mention Avowed?
Oh no, that's another one. Avowed, yeah.
Yo,
that's another one that's coming.
Crazy. It's Obsidian, which are the original creators of Elder Scrolls, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, here's
me in on
we're
this.
in a very interesting alignment right now. We have comics, games, movies, and television are like. It's like a laser beam going through mirrors right now. Like we're all connected. It's all connecting. Everything we like, every outlet right now in geek culture is incredible.
It's almost
comics
like storytellers in all aspects are doing a really fucking good job.
Good job.
Maybe we should work together.
We're doing a good job during a writer's strike right now. Just think about that.
Think about that.
The last writer's strike we had, like
no AI needed.
Yeah, heroes wind up sucking and shit. Like shit like that, like got affected. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I mean, it's no too early to tell, but you know, hope those guys get all their money. Pay writers, guys.
There's a picture in this where you look like a vault boy amongst this.
In what?
What?
In what game? Obsidian? The Obsidian game?
Yeah, there was a picture of
by us.
What did they do? What did they put that in there for?
Don't forget about your wife and child. Play video games.
They don't need you that bad, do they?
I don't need you that bad. Inspector.
Your kid's a figment of your imagination.
Yes, it's cool to pee yourself now.
Your baby's actually 22 years old.
Okay.
Speaking.
Food is invisible.
Oh my god.
I'm your food.
Oh man.
Press the X button.
Speaking of video games,
Claire looks like she's over there playing Stray. Random.
I'm not joking.
Oh, by the way,
that's the next thing I'm streaming. I have not purchased it
too.
yet. Yeah.
Is it good? Has anybody heard about it?
It was up for Game of the Year last year, Rob.
Oh wow!
And I'm telling you, I now have a cat that looks like this.
Yeah. Angie wanted to play that too and actually stream it. But we were wondering if it was going to be any good.
You get a cool little vest for your cat that holds items in it. Play the game.
Cat. I want her to have look how cute.
Satchels all around its body.
Just pouches all over the place.
It's like
a little miniature ginger horse.
Satchels have bands attached to them. That'll be a terrible game.
Like it was drawn by Rob Liefeld.
Satchel cat.
Pockets everywher.
Pockets everywhere. And small, tiny feet.
Toaster guns.
No wrists, no ankles.
Toaster guns and baguette swords. And everyone eats lemons. and there's 6-packs through sweatshirts.
Yeah. Captain America chest, 3 feet out.
Right.
And like, look at my hamstrings and my jeans.
Look at my calves; they don't exist.
No.
Look at my impossible anatomy.
I'm always flogged by my feet.
We like you, Rob Liefeld.
Feet.
We like you, Rob Liefeld.
Yes, that's
Are
right.
those arrows? No, those are toes. Those are arrows.
The biggest pecs.
Look at my glowy eye. I'm Rob Liefeld.
All right, we're going off the rails. We hope you all enjoyed this episode of Shooting the Poodoo.
This was an open world episode.
No way.
It was.
You can go anywhere. Massive. There is no beginning. There is no end. But this is the end, actually.
Yeah.
So we all hope you enjoyed. Had a great time. Boop. Thank you for being on. Haven't seen you in a minute. Love to see you. Cat with a railgun. Yes. But we will be back next week.
Somebody soundbite that.
We will be back next week with more Shooting the Poodoo. Rob, thank you for joining us. Rick, thank you for hijacking the show and adding a fifth. It actually worked out great. So you're the man.
That was awesome, guys. It was awesome.
It was lovely having you both.
Yes.
Michael,
it was awesome. This was great. This was an awesome time. A lot of people showed up today, too.
Yeah.
We had a good
it was like over 10 people.
We had a great crowd.
Yeah, nice crowd.
And one like.
Good.
Yeah.
Double digits, baby.
You can find me here every Sunday, Shooting the Poodoo, 9 p.m. EST, and every Tuesday, Braxton Gaming, 9 p.m. EST. This week, next week, sorry, this upcoming Tuesday, Dan will be breaking more necks in Last of Us.
Yes.
With perfect stealth.
We'll be sneaking.
Still very incredible work, dude. I want to keep praising you until you fuck up. So it was insane, dude. It was everybody just went to zombies and people were like just got Roddy Pipered. Everyone just went to bed. Sit tuned for that. Last of Us part 1. Sorry.
Not yet.
Episode 2.
He hasn't made it there yet.
No one's ready for that. Only me, Claire, and Rob know the outcome of the saddest game ever created by humans. But anyway, catch us there at 9 p.m. EST. Roguezilla streaming, but through the Broaxium StreamYard page. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, we everything goes through the Broaxium Twitch or the YouTube or the Twitter or the Facebook. So you can catch us on all 4 of those platforms if you need to. Claire, Imperial Senate Podcast is back. What's up?
We are back. We are recording soon.
Like it.
Have our weekly episode drops. Last week there was no episode due to some personal reasons, but we will be back. Other than that, you can catch me here every Sunday night shooting the Poodoo. You can catch me dropping quick shots of Broaxium for each new issue of Dr. Aphra. And you know that the Sharper Coder blog's granddaughter will also be catching me dropping those Dr. Aphra new issues. I saw your comment, my friend. But yes, so it's a great issue. You're like, hey, how could they top the last run for Dr. Aphra? We're going to throw Luke Skywalker in there, and then we're going to make it super mic drop in the first issue. Yeah. So I'm just saying, do not miss Dr. Aphra. Okay.
She's the next one that needs to come off the pages.
100%.
I need it.
She's the next one.
God.
She's got to be. She's been the best out of the comic books. She has been the best character created so far.
The best,
100%.
newest character made for the comics, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
1000%. And give us that series. It would be so goddamn good. And on that subject, happy Pride to my fellow LGBTQTs. I love you all. And Aphra is one of us, so go read her shit.
Ditto.
Lord mercy.
Robert?
Yes. Hello. Well, it was awesome being here. It was great. I love coming to Broaxium and hanging out.
Feels like.
Yes,
and you haven't started yours.
That is something that we'll be starting. But you guys can catch me on Instagram under Just Me Rob, or you can catch us on me and Angie on Creative Eyes, trailer reactions, and other good stuff that's coming up on there, and podcast coming soon. And gaming, Creative Eye Gaming is going to be starting, and all that good gravy stuff and reactions to shows and movies and stuff.
Ooh,
yes. We've all talked about that one, haven't we? Yes.
Quite. Yes.
Quite, yes. Cheerio. Yes. But yes, so that's it. Yeah.
And Rick, what do you got going on?
I got a lot going on. I had a brand new episode of Jam Transmissions come out yesterday. That is my podcast, Jammed Transmissions, with our good friend Eric Strothers, the nicest man in, outside of this space. And
the hair, the man, the myth, the legend.
I have a brand new website, jammedtransmissions.com, that has all the links for everything, for reviews and emails, and links to all of the other fantastic shows in the podcasting space, including this one. There's a link to the YouTube to listen to this show or watch this show. I also just started up a TeePublic page. I got 2 banger t-shirts that are out there. One of them is called Thrawn's Grasp. The other one is called Ahsoka's Lament, and they are banger shirts. I hope you guys go ahead and buy those. They are double printed front and back. Awesome. Outside of that, I am the 4th handsomest person on this screen right now. And I'm glad that you guys invited me, even though you didn't. So, fuck you, Dan, for not. And I just want to say,
lesson learned.
Hey, listen, I'm the 4th of wait, 1, 2. Let me take off a shoe. I'm up there. I'm ranking up in the top of the. I'm in the top 5. I'm in the top 5. So yeah, there's a lot going on. I got plans for Jam Transmissions coming up soon. I would love to have each and every one of you guys come on at some point in the future. But it's a busy summertime with the kids out of school and all of that fun stuff. And I love all of you. And thanks for letting me kick down the door like the Kool-Aid man. And
also shout out to your son and junior bro host Isaac.
Killing it, bro. And you've been killing it too, man.
We got Little Rick, and we got Keith from Kerwin and Keith.
Hell yeah,
Father Son podcast, like
killing it.
We gotta keep doing it. I love it. I love that your son keeps jumping in. It's awesome.
And they're all great. Man. Every single one is so good.
Yeah. All of the our whole crew has been killing it. Chris has got a great rotation, and I couldn't be more thankful for all of you guys chipping in and doing these quick shots with us. So thank you all again for joining all of our Broaxium stuff. Check out Broaxium YouTube. Everything's there. The Star Bros, the quick shots. I mean, we've got all kinds of stuff. A Broca is going to be coming out once Ahsoka drops. Me and Chris are going to be back doing some more videos for you on that. So stay tuned, and we will see you guys next week. And I got to find this exit thing here, but may the Force be with you always.